Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ginge Pedro Show. I am, of course, Gingerton. Bah.
I don't know what
Alongside me, Pedro Ang. What's up,
I'm
buddy?
on the other side. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm tired, but I'm here to do the show. Dude,
Yes.
I'm so excited for this project. Froggy looks awesome, guys, and we're just gonna dive deep with our fingers into that campaign. We're gonna learn everything about it. So
All right.
let's get it on.
Getting knuckle deep in the campaign. All right. Well, I guess there's not much further ado to say about that, really. So let's go ahead and bring out the team here. We've got, of course, hopping on in, Mr. Frog G.
Why, hello.
Thank you, sir. And his partner in crime, Mr. Inkspots. What's up,
Hello,
guys?
everybody! What's up?
All right, dude. That's
All right.
so energetic.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Bring it down. Bring it down. Let's make it, slow boil, man. Slow boil.
No, good stuff. We needed that. Keep starting the show off.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, thanks for coming. Congratulations
not a
again on
problem.
the campaign.
Thank you.
Hopping right along, as they say.
Yeah, it's going great. It's going fantastic.
We do got Pops Van Zant in the chat. Pops is coming on in. Thanks, Pops.
Hey,
You're going to
Pops.
have to really work to not say a bunch of frog puns over and over, but it probably won't. I probably won't be so successful, but I'm gonna try. So
Yeah. That's fine. We like them. All
right, it's on brand, so we'll take it.
Indeed.
We got Phantasmagorical coming in.
Hey, Fanta.
Hey, Fanta.
Alrighty. So, guys, let's just start with how's your day going, gentlemen? Each of you, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Woke up. I got work here in. I gotta leave for work in like 2 hours. So, I'm good. Nice, good sleep.
Right.
Also, check the campaign. Doing. Got another backer while I was asleep, so that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great feeling.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm doing great too. Finished up a supplemental page today. Finished up coloring a trading card today. Then I looked on my YouTube and I got my first 1,000+ video, 1,000+ viewers. So it's a good day. It's a good day.
Nice.
Oh,
very cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, very cool. All right, guys. So let's just the way we do this is we like to get to know a little bit about your creative journeys, and since we've got two of you here, we'll kind of try to keep it brief so we can talk about the project. But I'd just like to sort of hear about how the two of you got started and what the two of you each bring to the project. I think Inkspots, you're one of the artists, right?
Yeah, I do the backgrounds and the colors, and I do a lot of the writing too. So I'm
okay.
Yeah, pretty involved in every aspect of it. So
Yeah, I helped with character creation and promotion, and being the face, as it were, for the project.
Very nice.
So, dude, like the story I like, and Jason, screw you for not being here. But how was the birth of Frog G? Because I love this story, guys. So
that actually, yes. So this entire thing got started based on Absolute Book 2. Jason had a tier. It was limited to 2 people. His tier was Become Affected. For this, he would work with whoever purchased it to come up with a character for a trading card, and everybody would get that trading card that backed the Absolute 2 campaign. I said, you know what? I love Jason's artwork style. I'm gonna hop on that one because it's awesome, and I could use a new avatar. So I jumped on that one, worked with Jason a little bit back and forth, saying, let's, here's what I'm looking for, a mechanic frog, include the beard, and, back and forth. He sends me, he's like, okay, is this good? I said, this is almost perfect. He just needs a wrench. And Jason's like, oh yeah, you should probably have a wrench at that point. Finalized with the ink on that one. He sent it over to Inkspots for color, and it came out so good that everyone assumed that was the cover for an upcoming campaign. And we were just like, no, it's just a trading card right now. But demand was high, and we're just like, okay, I guess we're making a comic.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like surfing. Like, you feel the wave coming, you better hop in. And dude, look at this wave, dude. $10,000 with 13 days left of. This is the first 30 days, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
first 30 days.
Dude, you guys are doing amazing, man. Congrats.
We don't even have our finished Irene cover yet, so we're thinking once we get that, that's gonna knock it up a bit.
Yeah, dude. Irene is a high
Absolutely.
commodity right now.
Yep.
A really loud high commodity.
Well deserved. Very
Yeah.
loud.
She's
high
Yeah,
commodity.
very squeaky. Very
Yeah,
squeaky.
dude. Love you, Irene. Nothing but love.
Definitely love the art style and this little logo right here. This looks great.
Yeah, that was the great two-time Emmy-nominated artist Matt Barr did that
Yeah.
for us.
Yo.
Go,
Very
go,
nice.
Maddie.
Okay.
Dude, like that's the thing. Like you're getting like a murderous row of artists to work and collaborate here, and dude, like it shows in the product. Like it looks awesome, man. Like Ink is doing a great. Like I've never seen this kind of workflow where like okay, you are the colorist, but you handle the backgrounds. And
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
it's giving it a very unique style and a very unique look, man. So congrats, man. It looks amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, and
Okay, so-
Frog G, actually the name came from his time in the military, right?
Yeah, so the background story on that, and this is a C story back from my Navy days, so there may or may not be truth to this. We were all out at the bar prior to getting underway, and one of the group of us is he's a little bit tipsy, not gonna lie, possibly more than a little, but hey, you know what? He's our friend. We're gonna take care of him. He stands up for a toast, says, "All right, guys, we're going overseas. We're gonna get on the boat. So right now we drink. For tomorrow, we'll croak havoc and let's salute the frogs of war." And once we could all breathe again because we were laughing,
Yeah,
we said, "Aye, cool. We are the frogs of war."
dude.
And yeah, we all took a letter and went from there. I was the
Very
younger
cool.
sailor at that point.
Dude, that's another book, man. The Frogs of War.
Yeah.
Jesus. Dude,
I just
like-
think it's cool because it didn't really have anything to do with it. Probably everybody thinks it has to do with Ethan's Cyberfrog, but it doesn't have
Yeah.
anything to do with that at all.
yeah, the thing is, like, it's a very subliminal chess move you guys did, choosing a frog within Comicsgate. But the thing is, like, the character is so unique. The backstory is so unique. Like, it's nothing like Cyberfrog. So whatever,
No.
anyone can do a frog, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, there's an advantage of doing a frog
There's,
book.
there's enough room in this pond for more than just Cyberfrog, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So, could you, Ink Spots? Could you talk to us a little bit about your journey as an artist? Just how long, and also as a writer. But when I say artist, I sort of want to encapsulate both of those. But when did you get started creating?
I started in my 20s. I for an artist, that's kind of late. Like I didn't really. I doodled when I was a kid, but I never really had considered that I could be an artist for a living. I came from a very poor background, like a lot of people my age seem to have, and like it was really like, yeah, you just kind of get out of the house and then get a job and work until you die. So
Absolutely.
but in my 20s, I started, seeing, like, actually in my late teens, I started seeing, like, Trent Kanuga in Wizard Magazine, and it showed this guy in high school, making Creed, making comic books, and I said, yeah, this is a job. I went to community art school. I thought that was going to teach me how to be an artist, which it did not. It was pretty much useless. Basically, you just kind of copy other people's art and stuff. But so I went out in the real world. I got a job, pretty much just hard labor work. And in my spare time, I slowly worked up my art skills. The whole time thinking, like, if I get to a certain level, eventually I'll be able to be a freelance artist. And so I just basically tried every single gear of art that there is, children's books. I did artwork for potholders, all kinds, anything you can think of I did. And then I just happened to do a piece of fan art for, actually I just colored one of EVS's, Ethan Van Sciver's Rainbow the Brute pieces. And he just posted that on Twitter, and he said Inkspox is a colorist, which I never really thought of myself as that. I thought of myself as a painter, just an an artist, and so from there, like overnight, I ended up getting like 400 new new subs to my Twitter. Uh,
Wow.
and then I did another Rainbow the Brute piece that he had drawn. I colored that, and from that point on, I ended up getting the book Cash Grab, which we didn't think was going to be much anything either, and that turned out to be a $260,000 project, and that kind of got me started. You know, I'm at that point I was in comics, so
Right
uh,
on.
that's pretty
Yeah,
much where I came
the
from.
only thing that's staying with me, well, this whole diatribe is Inkspot's doing children's books. That's kind of scary. Like, what, like the foreskin of friendship? Like, what would be like an Inkspot's children's book? Well, okay, just
Actually, I never got into trades books. Trades books
okay.
are the ones that you know, like Bernstein Bears
Yeah.
and like story. The books that I was able to get into were educational. That's where you start. So like books that teach kids how to do math, books that teach
Uh,
kids their ABCs.
so
I didn't write them. I
little,
just
two
drew
little,
the
three
illustration.
little dicks. Yeah, dude, you would be amazing at that. Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I started out.
Yeah, dude. Awesome, man. Awesome.
Right on. And I'm not really super familiar with the project you had just mentioned, but it does kind of sound like you're driven more to this kind of creative and more kind of out there art style and subject matter. So
Yes, so Jason is the line artist on this, and
hmm,
Jason Bascom, and he's really into artists like Sam Keith. He's really into like Shack, all these artists that have this really rough, textured finish to their artwork, and so we both kind of like that sort of art. I like I like a lot of texture. I'm not
hmm,
really a guy that likes the smooth, crisp
Mhm.
comic book style coloring, or
hmm,
even a lot of the smooth, crisp art styles. I like texture in the work and hatching
right.
and yeah.
Yeah, dude, the thing is, like, your coloring is so good and so well connected with Jason's art that you can actually see
Hmm,
the line work with the colors, and that's something that happens a lot. Like, the colors is amazing, but the colors are fighting with the line art, and this is not happening here at all. So, dude,
Yeah,
like,
I think a
this is
lot
an
of it
awesome
too
work.
is because I'm painting the backgrounds, and so there's no harsh blacks, and so
Mm-hmm.
it really does give
hmm.
both pieces of art a chance to
Mm-hmm.
shine separate from each
Yeah,
other, but it works
Interesting.
together as well. Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
they're popping, man. Ha ha
yeah,
thanks.
ha.
very nice. Very cool. Okay, so Frog G, could you give us a just sort of a brief introduction as to how you got into comics and wanting to be a creator and
I've been following around the YouTube independent comic guys for a little bit. My first backing was Raging Golden Eagles, Blade Devil,
Mm.
which showed me that yeah, there's definitely some stuff out there that looks good, and started hopping into various streams and just trying to promote some of the books that I thought were overlooked by a lot of the people, and eventually that led to Red Gaze, I believe, handing me a wrench, saying, "Hey, look, if you're going to promote these, you might as well throw the link in with everything else,"
Mm-hmm.
and it just went from there. Of other channels just handing me a wrench so I could provide the links for the campaigns I'm trying to promote. So as far as drawing comics, I don't actually have those skills of drawing. My creative endeavors are more for woodwork and resin work, up to and including dice making, which is becoming fairly popular.
that's cool.
And yeah, so I enjoy the comics. It's something I like reading. I like the art styles. I like the stories. Um, and since I can't draw it, I will promote because that's something I can definitely do. Um, and it just led to this, and that's why I definitely wanted my character to have a wrench. So yeah, it
I
seems
like
appropriate
it.
in my band.
Yes, the wrench is a very if you I assume it's like the nod to getting a wrench in a YouTube chat to promote.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fun little nod if you know what you're looking at for
Yeah,
sure.
dude, there's a lot of like esoteric messaging, but like not in a nefarious way. It's just like, I don't know, like you feel the depth behind the concept, you know? 'Cause, yeah, he has a wrench because Frog G is like one of the wrench masters of the whole community. Like, it's like him and like 4 other guys that everybody okay. These guys are the guys who have the macro. So if somebody mentions like I don't know spells and superheroes for a geek, comes out like boom, back it. It's like dude, how do you do that? So dude, like I mean, this campaign having this kind of support, like I'm not surprised at all. This dude, you're a big part of this community, and dude, everybody came out in droves to support you guys. So really happy
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, the outpouring of support has been humbling, and I'm thank you everyone for that. It's very much appreciated. So I'm kind of at a loss for words still for that outpouring.
Very nice. Let's
Yeah.
let's say hello to the chat real quick if I
Yeah.
can, Pedro.
Mhm.
Just
Do it,
real
do it,
quick.
do it, do it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we got some friends in the chat here. Lemon Pie hopped in,
Hey, Lemon.
and I think both Lemon and Phantasmagorical both subbed to the channel. So I
Awesome.
definitely appreciate that.
Awesome.
Thank you guys. We got Eric Boyd hopping on in. Thank you, sir.
Eric, hi.
And Immortal Rising Comics. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Immortal Rising. All right.
Good to see you. All right, so let's sort of hop or dive on in a little bit more into what is the actual meat and potatoes here of the story.
Yeah, Jason, tell us. Oh, he's not here. Okay.
So
He is working.
Yeah,
I know.
crazy
I'm just being
work.
a-
Yeah,
I'm being a dick.
all three of us have full-time jobs and
Yeah.
still doing this.
I love the little tagline pitch here. A 48-page comic book about a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess and the quest that follows. It sounds fun. It sounds, kind of just escapism, and also the actual title itself, Frog G, Voodoo, Gods and Magic. It's got a good hops off the tongue nicely there.
Eddie, yeah, there's a nice roll to it.
Yeah, I had just said that one day, and then Jason was like, "That's the title of the book."
Yep,
So-
that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
because we had a working title for a while of Operation Wrench, and that helped build a little bit of interest. So
Yeah.
as soon as we decided to do this, we just started just a little bit like Operation Wrench soon.
Yeah, Operation Reach is cool, but I mean, for what I know about the story, like it leaves stuff out. Like this
Yeah,
Voodoo Gods and
so-
Magic is just like, dude, like yeah, this is
Mhm.
exactly what you're getting. And
Yeah.
dude.
Operation Wrench sounds like a good working title for like a movie. You know how like they always try to hide the movie with like, whatever,
Yeah.
some other name. Like you can't
Yeah.
quite make out what somebody's doing with Operation Wrench. It doesn't necessarily even indicate that there's a frog involved. So
Mhm.
Yep.
okay, so kind of tell us a little bit about the story. Without spoiling too much, of course, obviously.
Yeah, it's pretty much about a man who, hardworking guy, and he's working in his mechanic shop one day, and he insults an old woman. Basically, she's bothering him to get her car done. She wants her car. He's getting in a fight with his girlfriend at the time, and so he just happens to say some off-color things to her, and she decides to curse him. He thinks she's just messing with him, and goes a little bit nuts, tells her to get the heck out of there, calls her early bird special, and it so happens that she's a voodoo priestess and a shapeshifter, and she curses him and turns him into a frog. So that's where the story starts. So it's basically the story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess, sent on a quest by death itself to kill a god. So now he must wander the abyss to win back his humanity and also to get back the woman he loves. So it's a love story too. He wants to get back to his girl there,
And it's all ages.
and it's all
Yeah,
ages,
dude.
yes.
And dude, that girl, is she Latina?
Yeah, his girlfriend is Puerto Rican and Irish.
Yeah, because I can
All
see
right.
the bedunkadunk and the sassy attitude there. That stands.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
only like, oh no, you didn't.
Yep, exactly.
No, you had to. We were going to my parents' house today, okay?
Actually, that's pretty close to
Yeah.
that page right there. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Pedro knows the whole story, so.
Yeah.
Not
fair
the
enough.
whole story. I know
I've
enough.
been there a million times.
I know enough. And yeah, that has happened to me. I mean, I've dated like the grandchild of Puerto Ricans, Because she was telling me that her family was from Puerto Rico, and yes, they do the hand and the man. But it was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah, and we had Pedro go ahead and do the animated trailer for it, so
Yes.
that's what's kind of cool.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Love
a lot
that
of
trailer.
fun, man. It was a lot of fun, guys.
All right, go ahead and play that here.
We've all read the story. The brave hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life, stories don't always have happy endings. Frog G, the story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Pedro.
All right.
Never get tired of watching that.
Dude, like people, I've been asked several times, like, dude, is that a series? Are you directing a series? Like, dude, I wish.
Dude, it
But-
looks fantastic. Obviously, Pedro did it, but yeah, guys, that looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, dude, like I have a team, man. Like, we got big plans, baby. Got big plans.
So, could you guys talk a little bit about that design process? Pedro did my trailer. That's kind of how him and I got together originally. Was I commissioned him to do the trailer for my first book, and we just started doing this show right after that. But I gave him pretty much no direction. He hit me with the storyboards, and I don't even think I really had anything to say about it. He just knocked it out of the park right away.
Yeah, it was kind of the same with us. We just did one meeting, and we kind of told him what we wanted, but he kind of came. He came up. I think we had 2 changes. That was about it. Yeah. Just like setting changes was all it was. And
yeah, I
the
remember
core of it.
the first time. The first time I had him like sitting in his house, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, no, he's in the swamp. Like, okay, out with the house and with the swamp. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And that was about it. Other than that, he pretty much just nailed the whole thing right off the bat. So we're super happy with it.
Yeah, I'm fabulous.
Alrighty, that's interesting. Just pretend we didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, guys. So, could you talk a little bit about? Is there? We've got the Voodoo Priestess. Is she like a villainous character that we see throughout the story, or is this potentially an ongoing series, or what are we looking at here? With this?
Yeah, we got a 3-book arc planned out, and so the big bad guy, which we have his origin story in the supplemental that's on here. His name is Cernunos, and he's basically the father of all monsters. He's been condemned to the abyss. So he's made all the monsters. Right. So the Voodoo Priestess is actually one of his creations that he's corrupted. And then so is the character of Death is also one of his creations. So there's, of course, some subplots you kind of won't figure out what's going on till the last book comes out.
Very cool. Okay, so is she Death? Am I misunderstanding? I'm sort of inferring here with the skeleton face.
Yeah, it's just like emotional.
You don't have to reveal too much.
It's sort of like it's not like her face didn't turn into a skull. That's just how it's just like an emotional comic book thing, like yeah, he just did something he probably shouldn't have done because she's evil.
Yeah, not to make any comparisons or anything, but one of my most favorite movies of all time is Drag Me to Hell, and like the plot of that is that like old gypsy lady, kind of really the lady. What was it? She worked at a bank or something and denied this old gypsy a bank loan, and then
that was called Chimera or something.
Well, no, it was Drag Me to Hell.
Drag Me to Hell, but the lady was a lamia. Yeah, that's like a demon. Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, always
it's kind of like that.
Yeah, it's a very striking thing to put a curse on somebody just out of pure,
inconvenience. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you talk a little bit about the does the world transition into a more fantasy-driven world with monsters once he turns into a frog, or?
Oh
Does he
yeah. Well, what happens is he's still in our world when he gets turned into a frog and he confronts the old woman, and then here she's transforming into what she really is, which is the voodoo priestess here.
Dude, that's a hot black chick, man.
Yeah. So that's her transformation, and then it is like we like to say, it's a Spider-Man mixed with Hellboy. So when he gets sent on his quest, he goes. There's this opening that comes up through the swamp, and he goes down in the ground, and he ends up going into another realm, I guess, but it's we just call it the abyss, and it's where creatures from the past have been imprisoned by Kronos to because they pissed him off. So as they go through the different realms of the underworld, you meet more and more creatures, and we try to put all the different kinds, like we have Norse gods, we have Native American folklore, we just drew from every culture and put our own kind of spin on it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Dude, can you go back to the skull right there? No,
Right up here?
not that one. The last page.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, we're here in front of the work of a master. Look at the lighting on her face and her shoulders. Like how it's picking up, dude. This is like very delicate, like knowing where to put color. So, dude, like H-Spots is a freaking treasure, man. Like, I want to work with you at some point, man. I'm gonna give you a call.
Yeah, man.
Hot
Yeah.
damn.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
Yeah, I was going to
Hey.
comment on this skull actually.
Yeah, dude. Like, look at the work in that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's putting like I think I can color, but dude, like he's putting me to shame.
Could you talk a little bit about your palette decision? Was it kind of more based off the script, or did you just sort of get to play with different colors? Or
Yeah, I just wanted. I wanted to do a lot of light sources. So you can see there's at least 3 light sources. Actually, there's 4 light sources in there. And so I just wanted to try to get all these light sources, but still let the image work. And so it was a little bit of a challenge, but it came out all right. It wasn't exactly what I had intended, but it came out all right. I like it. And for me, this book has been a lot about, like, each page is a different piece of artwork. So one page I might make about, okay, I'm going to color this, and it's going to be about the emotion of the page. But then the next page may be just about, I just want to make realistic backgrounds, so it's just me tickling every artistic, scratching every artistic itch I have. And I think Jason's the same way. We're just trying to make cool stuff.
We're all about that tickling, man. I feel tickled. Thank you.
to me, it kind of sounds like it's a very painterly approach. That's kind of how I got into art myself. Was just through watercolor painting, just wanting to learn how to paint. But eventually, I moved to doing acrylic, and I'm nowhere near as good as you or anybody really. I just like to do landscapes for fun. But it does, your approach does kind of look very, the way you described that was very much like a painter. I imagine.
Yeah, I started out as a watercolor painter, and then I'm also an acrylic painter as well. So I do approach digital very similar to what I approach a real life painting like. So. And I make all my own brushes and everything because I want that texture in there, So I've made the marks on real paper, scanned them in, made the brushes, so I always like to just get as much texture in there as I possibly can.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
is Bob Ross a hero of yours?
No, not really.
No.
I don't even think Bob Ross is a very good painter.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He has a great afro. Like, I respect that afro, man.
Yeah, you can't hate the afro at least. That
Yeah,
thing
dude.
is
No.
on point. All right, we got Death Metal Hero. What's up, Luke? Thanks for coming by, buddy.
Hey man, he's the voice on the video, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm just gonna
Dude.
ask.
And he is drawing a trading card for the project right now. So.
Dude, I have to say this. Luke is my Darth Vader. I'm using that guy for everything I'm doing for narration. He has a great narrator voice, and he is very versatile. Like, he did this work for me, but he did something I'm working with John Hervey. Dude, it's
Cool,
like a
cool.
1940s commentator. Like he nailed that too. So, dude, it's very versatile. Like, dude, if any of you guys are working on your trailer, you need somebody to do voiceover. Luke's your man. Get him.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, we got my buddy BK in the chat. What's up, bro? Thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
He asks, "Hey, Frog G, is that your art?" But watch the replay, BK. Well, we're a little bit past that, my friend. It's all good. He's a friend of mine, so okay. Alrighty, but yeah, the approach, like I was saying, was very painterly, and this just the capturing of light and everything is really beautiful, man. So, how long does it take you to do a page typically?
It's about half a day, somewhere like 4 or 5 hours usually. If it's a really complicated page and I got to paint a lot of backgrounds, like get like that top panel there, that could take a little longer, take a couple hours to paint that or something. So just depends on the page, but yeah.
Very nice. Okay, cool. Alrighty, let's see. So, what else can we say about the campaign here? We got some variant covers. I see. Is that what this is?
That's
Or-
actually
Matt Barr, right?
That's the Matt Barr's art. That's a cover to the supplemental, and so it's Matt Barr with Matt Yackey. That's a double Matt Attack cover for the supplemental,
Dude,
and it
And it's
that is
came out
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, this is like the Mats
Woo!
cover.
My God.
And so you got an Emmy-nominated artist, and then you got a colorist that is colored for Marvel, DC, Image, Rob Liefeld. He's
Wow.
just a master of his craft. So
Absolutely.
See what I mean? Murderous row, man. Murderous
Yeah.
row of artists.
Love that. Okay, so the supplemental, could you guys what's the story on here? Is this like a prequel or
this is so each one of our supplementals for the project is going to be about one of the villains, because we have a great murderer's roll of villains, man. They're awesome.
Yeah.
So this is about Cernunnos, the big bad. This is the guy. He has to kill this guy and take his horn. And this is about his fall. It's the fall of Cernunnos, how he got sent to the abyss and how he ended up down there. Basically, he's a god, and he was created to be a mediator between men and the Fae folk. But he decided he wanted to be a creator. But he can't create anything from scratch, so he has to corrupt the other gods and deities' creatures, and so that's how he became basically the father of all monsters. And right in this book is how his brothers and sisters have decided that it needs to stop and he needs to go do the job he was created for. So this is basically him in front of the tribunal here. You got Zeus in there, you got Loki in there, you got a sea hag in there, you got Morningstar, the devil himself, in there, and so
Very
these
nice.
are all his brothers and sisters, and his father is Kronos, and he's basically getting disciplined here. So that's what the whole book is, like his fall from grace, and how he got trapped in the abyss.
You're drawing this ink, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the pencils on this, and then Jason is inking over me because this is going to be black and white.
Oh, very cool.
So there's no color. So I'm doing the pencils, and Jason's doing the finishes.
Not even gray
So
tone, just black and white.
Just black and white. Yep.
Awesome.
so you drew these pages right here, ink spots?
Yeah, I drew them, and then
Yeah.
Jason fixed them.
Beautiful. Well, I was just going to comment. I really love this panel because it makes
Yeah,
you do the thing that good comic book art does, which is kind of like turn your head just to sort of look at it properly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, we
Just
got a
sort of
Wolfman in there.
right
We got
down
all
here.
kinds of stuff. Yeah, and that's Cernunnos. So what happens is basically, eventually, his anger grows so strong that he burns all the flesh off his face, and that's how he becomes like the skull guy. Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah. Cue the metal.
Dude, very metal.
Right on. Okay, so what was some of the? Obviously, it's a lot of mythological inspiration, but was there any sort of, maybe without spoiling too much of where you got some of the other bad guy influences? But is there anything outside of mythology you pulled from? Or is there something interesting about your villains aside from that? Or
I just think that we just try to find something that already exists, and then we just try to tweak it. Like our character Death is mixed with a Native American folklore about their deity of death. It was a certain tribe where deity of death actually came from the ocean, and it was like an sort of an octopus creature, and so we kind of mixed death with that octopus creature, and yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Did you
Very
see?
spooky.
You're destroying your image, man. You're all about dick jokes and the ukulele, and now you're all worthy and
Bro.
Yeah.
all
Yeah, this
knowing.
is some legit, very,
Yeah,
that
dude.
sounds, not to sound
It's so
rude or anything.
awesome,
This
man.
is, this shit is awesome, bro. Like,
Yeah,
great
dude.
job.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not enough, you say. Alrighty, go
There
on.
you go.
And that's
Oh, look at
our
that.
Irene variant cover. That's just the pencils. She's not finished with the inks yet.
Oh, she showed some of that
Yeah.
on Comics Kings yesterday, like the beginning of the inks, I think. Dude, it's
Yeah,
fucking
well,
awesome.
She showed it
Yeah.
for like a couple seconds, and we got to
Yeah.
back her right away.
I was there. It was almost like flashing a boob. It was very fast, but dude, it looked awesome.
Yeah,
It was
obviously
just
this
just as good as
Yeah.
watching a boob.
absolutely. And I'd say this hand right here, I mean, obviously the whole piece is great, but gotta love just the composition and the thought
Yeah,
put
the
into
foreshortening
making
there.
making
Yeah.
this hand really come out at you. That is
That's
awesome.
Very, very Jack Kirby.
Is she doing the coloring on it as well?
Billy Basco is going to be doing the coloring. He's a colorist on Goblin Girl.
Dude, you're
Right.
getting everybody. You're
Dude.
getting Billy's here.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Okay, what have we got here?
That's our Dan Plagle
Of course.
cover of our
Hello.
first. This is the villain at the end of the first arc. The Baba Gaga. She is a headless witch. Who tries on, who wears the heads of her fallen foes, and she
Yeah.
also has a prosthetic leg, which is her magic wand.
Wow.
That's
is
from,
awesome.
That's from Russian folklore, right?
Yeah.
The Baba Yaga. Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hot dang.
Yeah, and here's your boobs, Pedro. You were just
Yeah,
talking
dude.
about boobs, and
Yeah,
there you got
exactly.
them.
All ages. Remember, all
Yeah,
ages.
at all ages.
Absolutely.
Okay, as a Latino, I'm more of an ass man, but I don't shy away from boobs. You know?
And the mouth thing was Jason's like. Eventually, I think when he started, there was like a suction cup kind of thing there, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Now I'm gonna put like this mouth claws that just like bite onto the heads and hold them down." So
Yeah, dude.
that's
Very
very cool.
creative. Very
Yeah, very cool indeed. What was the decision behind? I mean, it's just a cool decision, I guess. But that the leg for a wand. Does she take it off, or does she just like hold the leg up and shoot it at you? Or?
Well, I'm not sure yet. So that was Jason and I, because when we write this, we write it together. Like, I'll come up with a concept. We'll go into the Discord and we'll just discuss like a character's backstory and stuff. And he just said like, you know what? Maybe not only did she lose her head, but she lost her leg, and her
Mhm.
prosthetic is a magic wand. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
okay,
Dude,
cool.
Okay, I have a question here. Like, if you put the wand backwards, will she shoot herself in the crotch?
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
I would
okay.
think so.
Hmm.
Yeah, she
Okay,
could have
but
a
remember-
hot crotch.
It is all
Yeah.
ages still, so
It's all ages.
We're
all
good.
ages book. All ages
don't have to
book.
worry about that.
Back it. No
Yes.
crotch shots. No.
Very very unique concept, and
Yeah, dude.
just taking something and putting a spin on it is always a great idea.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Because like
standing
I mean,
out here.
the whole story of the Baba Yaga is like she lives in a house with chicken legs, and she like lured children into the forest to eat them. But this whole like wearing the heads of, dude, it's just like a spin on it, but it's really really cool because she does
Yeah,
have a
she's-
collection of skulls. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a fashionista, and that's the next step. Is logically, if I can't just match outfits, I also
Yeah.
want to match
Yeah.
the head for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is particularly
man.
gruesome when you really think about it. Yeah, very nice. Aside from the fact that this is just, again, cue the metal.
So yeah, those are some of my pencils for the
Oh, look at that, dude.
for the
Very
supplemental,
nice.
and some of Jason's artwork.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Because we're also, we're offering original artwork on the campaign. So,
Yes.
Cool. Okay, sweet.
and
Oh,
that's
shit.
my acrylic painting of Frog G. So on this campaign, we have the Big Daddy tier. On the Big Daddy tier, you get an acrylic painting, original full-size drawing by Jason. You get all the books, all the covers. You also get anything else. Like,
Mm.
we're thinking about adding bandanas and wrenches later on. if you get the Big Daddy tier, that's basically your subscription tier. You get everything we
Nice.
add to it, all the
Awesome.
stretch goals. But the cool thing is, I'm only doing acrylic paintings of Frog G for this campaign, and I will never do any more Frog G acrylic paintings. So they will be done live on stream, painted live on stream, signed and numbered.
Very cool.
Very
So far
smart,
we
too.
actually have two. We have two so far because someone bought one in the secret tier that doesn't show up. So
Very nice. Could you talk a little bit about your painting inspirations? Like you had mentioned children's books. Like I can't remember the exact title of it, but did you ever read that children's book? It was like this twist on the Three Little Pigs, but it's from the wolf's perspective, and the art was like, dude, love that, love that guy, whoever that artist was.
Yeah, I remember that that was even when I was a kid. I think that book was out. I remember that. Yeah.
Great book.
But yeah, for this, I actually learned how to paint from. Oh man, it sucks because from his Domestica course on Ariel Olvetti. Is that how you say it?
Olvetti, yeah.
Olvetti, yeah. He's a Mexican or a Spanish painter, and he does he did like the Last Avengers story, and so he had a course on Domestica. So I kind of already knew how to paint before that, but I really use his process because it was the easiest one to draw more complicated images with. So
yes, very nice, man. This is beautiful. This just lovely.
Are you familiar with Ryan Church and his process?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about his. I'm familiar with him. I don't know much about his process.
The thing is, like, there was this thing that this is before like YouTube. It's called the Norman Workshop, and they will send you sets of DVDs. And there was like Feng Shu, who will like do very detailed, like technical. He designs like chips, and he ended up working on Warcraft. And there was like Ryan Church, who would like basically taught you speed painting. And dude, those DVDs like blew my mind, but I never really followed them strictly. And then they got stolen when I go to school. But yeah, like right now, like Domestica, like there's no shame, man. Like information where you can get it. Like you don't need to go to school or whatever. You just need the freaking information. And if you get it and you apply it to your work and it looks good, like who cares, right?
Pretty much everything I've learned on my own through the internet. You know, like I went to college, but I didn't really learn how to draw there. You know, I really learned how to draw, just by doing it and failing a lot of times, and then from the internet. So
yeah, dude. Like I can't really say that because I went to a really good animation school, but dude, like the program was like, okay, you're here, you're drawing. You know what I mean? And from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, and everybody stayed after school. And dude, we left like at midnight, 2, 3 p.m. 2, 3 a.m. just drawing and learning the craft of animation. But I know not that many people get that experience. So I'm very grateful for my school. But right now, what I've learned, it's already online. You know what I mean? You don't need to spend like, $80,000 a year to learn how to animate. It's just, dude.
And so there we have Jason's original pages.
Look at that.
Yeah, very cool. He's just got that great art style.
Yeah.
Amazing thing about Jason, he never brings it up, is Jason's actually legally blind. He has a very small field of vision, and he does all this work. So it's pretty amazing.
Wow.
And he uses Crow Quill Hunt 102. So
yeah, and he has like half a liver, right? Or like quarter of a kidney. Like I don't know. Like
yeah. Definitely love the texture. Again, and I see why you enjoy working over his stuff because there's so much, like you said, grit on it. But there's just a lot of that hatching and just shading.
Yeah, dude. But you know what really works because sometimes like they will tell you like they told me that in art, so like you squint to basically like blur so you can see better the shape of what you're hatching. So I don't know if Jason is taking advantage of the fact that that's how he sees the world. But dude, the results are amazing. So
yeah.
So kudos, Jason, and go to hell for not being here. But yeah, dude, you're an amazing artist.
It's not about work and responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
damn big and a don't.
Who does that?
Okay,
So
so
there's
right
his
on,
original
guys.
cover there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we have some stretch goals down below. We hired a lot of other artists.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be a sticker eventually.
Mm.
That was his
That's
chibi
fun.
version.
Yeah, dude. It's very fun.
And then we just unlocked this stretch goal when we hit the 10,000. So you get the damn play goal card, and
Mhm.
then the hockey
The
art
hockey
card,
card. Oh,
which
very
I colored right there. There's my colored version of
Woo.
it. So,
Nice.
Woo.
Yeah.
Dude, hockey's another artist that is just like advancing at leaps and bounds, man. It's just amazing. Like how he was drawing 3 months ago.
yeah.
Completely different artist today, dude. I'm very, very proud and very happy for him.
I'm pretty sure that this is the best thing he's done so far for us. So.
And he's only going up, man.
And so, yeah, we'll have other stretch goals come. We have that Shelby Robertson card colored up
Oh,
already by our
Nice.
colorist.
Dude, you guys
And
got Shelby too?
yeah,
Yeah.
so we're going to have a Shelby card. We're going to have a Luke card. Luke's Death Metal Heroes doing a
Mhm.
card for us. And then we are going to have a 6 a.m. sticker. So the next stretch goal at 12,000 unlocks 2 cards and a sticker.
Oh, very cool.
Sweet.
Very cool.
So
Absolutely.
everyone, no matter what level you've backed at 12,000, everyone will have 4 trading cards and a sticker added to their order. So
Yep, you guys should definitely be able to hit that. I mean, you're
Yeah,
right
yeah,
on
yeah.
track, honestly, to do
Yeah.
past that.
The
truthfully.
front train is off.
Yeah, it's on. It's you guys are hopping along here.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that joke a couple times now. Still
Yeah.
works though.
Hey, indeed.
All right, so let's go over the perks here since we
Yeah.
just hit the campaign.
I love that word, perks. Perks.
So,
Some perks.
Frog G, would you like to take it away?
Yeah, so we're going to start off the feature tier, all the covers and the supplemental. We wanted to give you, the chance for, since all of these covers are amazing, why not give you a deal on all of those and the supplemental with a little bit of a discount, all in one stop. And you got that with a little bit of a discount.
Right on.
And it'll include all the stretch goals,
Mhm.
naturally.
Sweet.
Now, if you had signed up on the pre-launch, check your emails and go for that through the secret tiers because you get that at a reduced rate and an all-foil trading card with that.
yeah, you
Yeah,
actually
right
get
on.
this supplemental for free if you use the secret perk we sent you.
Yeah.
Okay, very
And
cool.
then rolling down from there, you get the just a standard cover. The basic tier on that one, standard cover plus the stretch goals we get. And you can add on the supplemental to that in the add-on section. Then the Dan Plagle variant cover, same situation. You can add supplement or other covers to that.
Yeah, that really is just a great cover because it you can't help but ask what the hell is going on here. Like, what is this
Indeed.
thing?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then the Irene cover.
It's
Uh,
just a
that's fun.
placeholder.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a placeholder until we get the final one there.
But
and
dude,
same-
just as a doodle, it kind
Yeah.
of works.
Yeah.
Maybe do that as a card or something.
Yeah. Don't miss on that piece, man.
Then we roll down to the standard and supplemental. If you just want the one-click shop for getting both of those, we included that as a tier because it just saves a little time, a little bit of effort. And then we get to the fun part. The Jason Bascom sketch. You get an original sketch from Jason Bascom, and we're going to throw in that book because if you're getting original art for this book, why wouldn't we also give you the book itself?
Right. Absolutely. And it's 6
And-
by 9. That's a pretty good sized piece.
Yeah, and we're going to throw in the supplemental.
All right.
So there you
Awesome.
go. So 2 books and the original sketch from Jason. That's
Yes.
one heck of a deal right there.
That is pretty good. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I agree.
And then rolling down from there, maybe you want some Ink Spots original. We got you covered there. Ink Spots penciled panel. The way Ink Spots does those page layouts, he'll do the panel in a good size and then assemble them. So at this point, you get a chance to get one of those panels. Plus, we get the book plus a supplemental because, again, you're getting the original art for this book. Why are we not also giving you the book?
Mm-hmm.
So
I
yeah,
like it. Thinking of the backer, it's always appreciated.
Yeah.
let's
would
say-
somebody think of the backers?
yeah. And in this case, okay, let's say you got 4 friends and you just want to pay shipping for one. you know, you got that. We get you the 5-book discount right there. So it's, you're paying for 4. You get the 5th book free. You get 1 set of stretch goals. Only 1 set of shipping costs, though. So look at you go there. If you got a friend who's a local comic shop purveyor, by all means, talk to them as well, because this is definitely for them. Let's get that out there to the local ones. Get you discount on shipping.
I'm stealing that idea, Frog.
Yeah,
That's
go for it.
Amazing idea. Wow.
Yeah, let's say you want some interior pages on this one. We'll hook you up with that, but it is first come, first serve. We've got 4 people that have backed that, so first one that backed it gets first choice. You get the original interior art page itself, plus the book, plus the supplemental. Again, because if you're getting original art from this book, we're going to have to give you that book. Why wouldn't you do that?
Have to agree. Again, I have to agree.
Yeah, then the Big Daddy tier, as Ink was going over, this is the whole kit and caboodle here. You get all the books plus the supplemental, plus anything we're going to add to this campaign, plus all the stretch goals, plus original artwork by Jason, plus an original acrylic painting by Ink that is limited to only the amount of people that back this, and he's going to do that painting on stream. It's going to be numbered, limited to only the number of people that get this. So this is your only chance to get that original Frog G painted work by Ink.
Dude, the only way to make this deal sweeter is this Ink paint this in the nude. Dude, it's an awesome deal, man. For $500, get it.
I was actually going to say we could make it sweeter by, if you'd signed up, we'll get you this tier with a discount, so you get all that plus that all foil card.
Yeah, no nudity. It's better. That's better.
He may still opt to do that in the nude. We're not ruling that out.
Yeah, the secret tier gives you $50 off this. So
very cool.
Yeah,
very nice. Right on. Okay.
And then let's say you really, really like that Dan Plagueville cover, because let's face it, it does have a couple of things going for it. You can get that original cover art. If you don't, we're more than happy to keep it, but we are going to offer it to the people there. And,
yes. I could see that maybe going at a con or something as well. Like that just would look nice on a table.
So this is like a please don't buy it tier, because I want to keep it.
We're not going to say that, but
okay, cool.
Right.
That's what I'm getting out of this. That's a vibe I'm getting. But get it.
Yeah, by all means,
definitely buy it.
But, and then the Jason Bascom cover art, the original cover. This is the original line, for that. We also had one tier where you could get drawn in as one of the rock gnomes. That is sold out. We're limited to 4 on that.
Gnomes, man, awesome! Yeah.
Which if you during the animated trailer, the little things that Frog is clocking over the head with his wrench, those are the rock gnomes.
Yeah, dude.
All right, very fun.
That was my favorite scene to animate out of the whole trailer. Getting those little bastards getting like pummeled by Frog. It's like, yeah.
Guys, well, this is a hell of a campaign, man. There's a lot to love here, and I think Luke said it best. This campaign has something for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, very smart.
I'm so proud of you guys, man. And dude, there's nothing but the sky for you, dude. This is an awesome campaign, man. So congrats on their success, and for more to come, man. For more to come.
You.
Yep. Is there anything else you guys want to add? We usually keep the show at about an hour, so we're wrapping this thing up here.
Not really, besides when we do the second 30 days, we will be offering some, for the second 30 days, there'll be some more exclusive stuff just for that second 30 days that we had.
Okay.
So, so we got more stuff coming. We got lots of stretch goals. As soon as we hit them, as soon as we hit one, we reveal the next one. So we got a lot of stuff planned. Yeah.
Okay, smart. So I guess unless you guys got to head out, because I guess just something came to mind real quick. You guys are very sort of plugged into not just CG, but crowdfunding comic book campaigns. And you just mentioned something that I know was a debate a couple weeks ago on the Bancroft show. Stretch goals and how to, people are just sort of debating on like how to present them to backers. Could you guys sort of talk without, maybe telling us too much of how the sausage is made for you, but could you guys talk a little bit about your thoughts on crowdfunding and the latest sort of
Let's
best
talk about sausage,
practices.
guys.
I mean,
I would say for me, there is a lot of debate about crowdfunding. You have one crowd now that says that the project should be completely finished before launch, which I find that utterly ridiculous because that to me that defeats the entire point of crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is for guys like us that want to make this project, but we all have full-time jobs and it's hard to get something like this done because if we just put Frog G out there, what if no one bought it and then we spent a year making it? We wasted a whole year of our life. So for me, crowdfunding it tells you even if there's any demand for it, because if it doesn't fund, there's no demand for it. Plus, it lets you get the funds to actually do it. I mean, we hired a lot of artists. We hired Pedro. We hired our artists and Pedro.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I see it.
Pedro's the tag along.
We hired artists and an artiste.
So
I'm the Special Olympics kid, and this whole no.
Yeah, I feel like if you have the project done beforehand, I mean, it's not really crowdfunding. You're just selling something you made already. Which you've always been able to do that. You just throw it up on Amazon or somewhere and do it. This is to actually make the thing. You're giving us the money to make the thing, and we're going to make the thing. We've all proven, like everyone involved in this, we've already done this before. I've worked on a ton of books. Jason's already fulfilled 2 books already. So we're gonna fulfill, and this lets us do it. Now it's definitely happened. Now the second book has definitely happened.
Very cool.
As far as the stretch goals, I wasn't sure about revealing them as we go, but I do think it's a good idea because that actually gives you more time to kind of think of what people want and figure out as the campaign goes and you see what people are saying about it. It gives you more time to come up with good ideas. And say you didn't make your goal. Now, okay, I know on day 1 I didn't make my goal. I got to come up with something good that I'll be able to afford so that I can get people excited again. So it gives you that chance to see what's going to happen and then make a plan to tackle that problem, So, yeah.
Yes, I like it really. Just not sort of. It gives you more options and more, just more sort of playing it loose, but while still having that. Pretty much it would be strange for somebody to just sort of peter out on the stretch goals if the campaign is continuing to grow. Like you almost sort of have the guarantee that the stretch goals will continue to some degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like now our stretch goal is always planned at 10,000, but if we didn't hit that 5,000, then maybe we needed to make. All right, if we hit the 5,000 now, then. Because we're not making the cash we need, then we'll make the stretch goal at 5,000. Especially since we've already paid for the artwork, we want to get it out there. So,
so it allows us more flexibility for it, and the fact that our first stretch goal 10,000, it's 2 cards. Here's what they look like. Here's a teaser of the next stretch goal. Okay, we hit that. Okay, we know that it's going to be 2 cards and a sticker. What the stretch goal is for the next one after that. We have flexibility because we haven't set it on the campaign yet. We have so many things we can pull from that we can also get a feel for what are people wanting, what's the demand, and we can adjust it accordingly.
Plus, we still got artists working on artwork.
Definitely,
that's coming in. So, yeah.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, so I guess I didn't even ask this. How far along is the campaign? In terms of the artwork,
there's between the supplemental and the story, there's 20 completed pages there, and then there's 3 more that are drawn but not colored, and then I have 6. I have 3 more supplemental pages that I've roughed out. I just have to put them together and get them over to Jason so he can do the finishes. So. We are pretty far along,
Definitely.
We're about a third through it, I think. So, yeah.
Right.
Hey, Davey's here.
Yes. Shout out to Davey. What's up, buddy? Thumbs back.
Hello.
Unemployed Monsters on Indiegogo in the pre-launch there. All right. So, we are getting ready to wrap this show up here. If there's anybody in the chat that has any questions before we head out. We do want to thank our guests for coming by. Ink Spots
Yeah,
and
dude.
Frog G. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Not Jason.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah. Thank you, Frog D, and thank you Ink, for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having
No
us on.
problem. Thank
Yeah,
you.
dude. Not
Rex
you,
Doom.
Jason. How
Voodoo
dare you have
Frogs.
a job?
I would be working too. I just happened to take the day off, so I have a little more flexibility
Nah,
than
dude.
you. So.
You know, Jason, you know I love you. XOXO.
XOXO.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, we're gonna go ahead and the way we do it is we bump y'all to the back real quick, and then we end the show, and then we'll meet y'all in the back, unless y'all have to head out. But
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
you hate us. So,
Sounds good.
yeah, okay.
Well, yeah.
all right,
See you later,
Stick around the
everybody.
back of it. Later, guys.
Later.
boom. All right, Pedro, that was a good show, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Like, dude, the thing's like, it's really hard to screw a show with a campaign like this. Like, I'm very excited and very happy for this crew. Like, dude, it's almost like everybody, because they just called like amazing artists. They all came together. They all said yes to Frog G and Inks and Jason. And yeah, dude, it's just a thing that, dude, like, there's nothing but success, and success takes sweet. So let's wait for that book, man.
Yes, I do think this is in large part a sort of story of creativity and hard work, and put together with a great community. So, yeah, absolutely, great
And
guys, great looking
serendipity.
book.
This is a story of serendipity, because things just align for this book to happen. Because, Jason is working on Unhinged, and you know, on freaking Absolute. Inks has his projects. Like, they all stopped that. It's like, dude, Frog G is pumping. Let's ride this wave, and they did. And dude, great results.
Right on. Yep, you got to strike while the iron's hot, gang. Get out there
Yeah.
and do something.
Exactly.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap this show up. We'll
Yeah.
say goodbye to the lovely chat for popping in. We got Luke, come hang out at Topicless tonight for more of the Frog G crew. Definitely check that out. Luke's a great guy. He's been on our show. We've also been on his. So
Luke is another awesome artist, dude. Like, he's advanced so much. Like, I've known him like for 2 years now, and dude, he's getting, like, every time he does something new, he's getting better and better. So you like this community makes you stay on your toes, man.
And we got Rex Doom having to take a shit, so we'll see him later. We got Phantasmagorical. Thanks for coming by. Thank you so much for subscribing as well.
Yeah.
Davey, thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Happy vowel movement, Rex.
Yeah. Good
Move
luck.
those vowels.
And good night, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Don't do it. No. Why? Why me? I'm not gonna do it. That's your thing. You do that thing. I'm not gonna do it, Ginge. No. No, I'm not. What's happening?